The dogs were already at the ute when I got back. 3 pig dogs, scarred, tough, the kind that'll go chest to chest with a 200-kilo boar and come back wanting more. Sitting flat against the tires like they were trying to disappear into the metal. They had left me 2 kilometers back, in the dark. Whatever was out there had moved through that scrub faster than me, in the pitch black, and it got there first. I was 22, thought I was pretty much bulletproof. The old beat-up Hilux, spotlight rig hanging off the roof rack, 3 dogs I'd raised from pups. I knew the country out west of Adelaide River, or I thought I did. It's not the outback you see in photos. No red dirt and clean, open horizons. It's pandanus trees, paperbark swamps, spear grass taller than your head, thick and wet and loud when you move through it. The kind of country that closes behind you like a door. I'd pushed further in than I probably should have that night, following a creek line the pigs had been using, soft ground, the dogs working hard. 2 kilometers from the ute, maybe a bit more. That's when it all went to hell. The night had been slow, the dogs had been pretty quiet, bored even, not worried, just hunting, when they lit up. Not a slow build. 1 second nothing, next second all 3 going hard, heads down, crashing toward the creek. I pushed in after them, spear grass grabbing at my arms, boots pulling in the soft ground, that horrible, swampy give under every step. Then they stopped. They hadn't lost the scent. They didn't mill around. They just bloody stopped. I pushed through to where they were, all 3 bunched together, heads up, stiff. That's not a lost scent reaction. Pig dogs don't bunch like that. They don't go still like that. Before I could work out what was up with them, they bolted, past me, back the way we came. Gone. I stood there calling them, loud, then louder. Nothing came back. Then the bush went quiet. Not normal quiet. Everything dropped out at once. The frogs, the insects, the water birds that had been going all night across the creek. Just gone. Like something had pressed a hand over the whole place and held it down. I stood in that silence for a long time. Yeah, something ain't right. That's when I smelled it. I don't know how to put it right. Something between rot and musk, and something animal, but wrong. Too heavy, too close. The kind of smell that sits in the back of your throat and won't leave. Then something started moving, not sneaking, not careful, bashing through the scrub. 50 meters, maybe 30, moving slow and deliberate. Like it wasn't in a hurry, like it didn't need to be. I had my rifle. I want to tell you I raised it, stood my ground, but my body made the call before my head finished the thought. I bloody ran. 2 kilometers through that country at night is not nothing. Speargrass takes skin. Pandanus leaves are serrated like a saw. The ground shifts under every step. You can't see more than a few meters in any direction, but I moved, and it moved with me. Sometimes directly behind, close enough to hear the push of it through the grass. Sometimes off to the side, further, then closer, like it was circling without rushing. It knew this place. It knew how to move through it. It wasn't chasing me. That's the thing I keep coming back to. It was seeing me out. I hit a paperbark stand and got turned around. 30 seconds with no idea which direction the ute was in. I stopped. It stopped. We stood there in the dark together. I did not like that feeling. I heard the dogs bark. Shit, maybe they got back to the ute. I found my direction and went, and it followed. I saw the Hilux through the trees, moonlight off the cracked windscreen, and there were the dogs, flat against the tires, watching me come out of the scrub. I stood at the door, trying to find my keys, and listened. I couldn't hear it out there anymore. Couldn't tell if that was better or worse. I thought about getting in and just going, just leaving the dogs. I'm not proud of that. But then the frogs kicked back in. The insects came up. One of the dogs shook herself off and looked away from the tree line like she'd lost interest. Whatever was out there had gone, or had stopped caring. I got the dogs loaded fast, didn't look back at the scrub, didn't turn the radio on the whole drive out, didn't want the noise. Drove to the highway in silence. I haven't been back in that country. Not because I can't find it, because somewhere out there in that scrub, something knows what my ute looks like, and I reckon it remembers.